facing a mid lane Karma, which is very versatile and doesn't have to put herself in a lot of danger. So there we go. One of the champions that he has had a lot of success on is the Syndra. I really like to gank otherwise.
Well, Huni did TP back to lane, so just to trade their summoners, they'll be slightly desynced. Pobelta damage in the mid lane from Huhi as the stun and the pun. Love the Brock. He actually burnt the ulti. Huhi solo kills him!
I mean, we set it up for him, but look at that.
Everything blows the flash, ignite, and Pobelter through the shield as well. Not enough to stay alive.
Turtle in trouble. Not good news as Afro's going to stun him down. Stixay moves in, and there's a second kill for CLG.
And Counter Logic Gaming off to a lead in game 1.
Trades do continue here as Huni trying to be a nuisance as always.
And speaking of being a nuisance, right here at the bottom side of the map, Smithy invades and Turtle.
Ooh, not again. Turtle, there's the one snipe. There's the second. Knocker's not there, but there's Stixay with another.
The bottom lane level 6 kill potential that we talked about comes to fruition here. First for CLG, and now they're invading on
the gun in
it's
time.
bait.
Smithy's here. It is certainly a bait. Darshan looks to go back in again, but Huni's got Mega. Scoops Smithy away. Another TP's in from Pobelta. Rainover's here as well to turn things around. Smithy tunnels his way to safety. Huni is still going to chase. He's tanking up the turret, but Darshan now might be able to keep them away. Gives him a shield, but that's the kill. Darshan's down. Smithy's low, and there's the double for Rainover. Hui comes in, but he cannot convert. Rainover barely gonna live.
They're standing united in the fountain.
Here comes Afro!
Oh no,
Right from bottom lane, Pobelta looking to get stunned with Immortals. Could they turn it around? Huhi looks for one, finds Huni. Afro low, but he's not going down. Even Stixay and Adrian are going at it, and Adrian's winning right now. Stixay, reload the gun, he needs to shoot another.
He's got flash.
No.
Not quite. Rainover barely lives.
No hit on the scout of the week either. Here comes the curtain call.
Adrian is getting destroyed. Hui wraps around the turret for one. Smithy takes out Turtle, and the IMT bottom lane evaporates as CLG gonna look for another turret.
Yeah, you have the option of the stand united, and they saw Pobelter went back mid to try and put pressure on that mid turret.
Now. Oh, never mind. Map pressure. Rainover.
Rainover?
Hubi got a huge stun to start that off, and Afro's going to chase it in. Gussie blows in. Darshan flashes forward. Look to return and doesn't get it. Shields going to keep him alive as Huni with the wraparound takes out Stixay.
They left the Jhin in the back here, and Huni finds his kill. That's where Immortals' strengths lie, and now they're trying to chase out for more, but it's very dangerous.
Huni actually looking aggressive maybe around the turret.
And he's low on mana.
Immortals to take a team fight as Ashe is still really powering up, whereas Jhin is spiking.
Uh-oh, what's he saying? Kirby, never mind. Huni gonna get it turned around.
He got him.
Stixay snipes him. Another bullet's gonna ride in. One more shot. Hits Pobelta, but it does not get him. Pobelta awfully low. Smithy's gonna chase him out of the turret and does take him down. Darshan arrives. Wild Turtle gonna eat a taunt. Puts up the W. Turtle's gonna get crushed.
They're gonna get an ace.
They're going for it. They're going straight under the turrets. Adrian is the only one left alive. CLG dive for it, but they can't quite get it.
To get it increased as well, and we'll take a look at the other side of the split push, which is going to do most of the work.
Oh, that's a stun landing in. Pobelta gets blown up. Hui now unstoppable as he's going to get CC'd up. Darshan looking to protect him. It's actually enough in the Spirit's Refuge. Hui lives. Stixay still firing shots under the turret, and CLG, they're going under the tier 2. Adrian, stunned up by the Braum, is going to go down. Stixay a little low as Smithy tanks just enough for CLG to get that.
Use the teleport, and Wild Turtle's arrow on cooldown, so they don't have an arrow for this.
This is bold, but Immortals are going to perform the pincer. Who can they peel for? Pobelta TP'd in as well. CLG maybe getting cut in two. As Raphael is going to move in. Hui blows up Wild Turtle this time, and CLG just going crazy. Pobelta the next to get stunned. CLG just have too much damage. Huni going to get himself
but he almost
down.
had Mega.
Going back in, can he make the play? Wallop's there, but Smithy's just too tanky.
He's got flash.
Cuts up one, he goes in. Big Nara ultimate. Wallop follows in as well. Huni able to barely turn it around, but Hui's going to live on a sliver of health. And now Adrian's stunned up. Huni, that was everything he had, and it's just not enough.
And Immortals throw themselves at CLG, but they come out on top. You can see that on Huni's face as well. This has to be a very frustrating game for him. He can't kill anyone.
We're going again, though. Smithy and Darshan with the tag team. Adrian knocked up there, and Stixay, huge crit. As Trundle's going to barely live with his ulti on Huni. He wants it again. He's got the ulti.
Transformed.
Prepping it up, but CLG know they're going to kite back and try and time out the Naba. CLG disengaged successfully. No kill, but no worries there for CLG. Oh my god, Huni, you're crazy!
Wait!
They got Huhi, that might be enough. Darshan taunts him, he needs to wear off the Mega. They're stunning him as best they can. Darshan maybe going to give himself away. Darshan low though, Pobelta looking what he can. And there's a kill back for Immortals now. They're going to keep chasing their way in. Stun misses in for Huhi, but Immortals, they want more. Afro trying to protect his team. He does save it. Is Xmithy going to go back in? Huhi goes down there to Xmithy. A CLG turn it on again. Turtle. That's Stixay going nuts. Turtle does it, but Stixay. Oh my god, he sniped everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Void rush back in, and oh, wait, we can't get done with it.
Don't even worry, Huhi going to get stunned up again, but he's pretty tanky. Naz Darshan away, but Huhi managed to go legendary to get that kill. Adrian also going to get himself chased down. The taunt's going to miss, but they've got plenty to follow in. There's the double for the Syndra. 11, 0, and 9.
Magical hero play, but they're not going to actually take that much of a risk. And CLG will grab the Baron to try and push with.
And the crazy thing
is down for Immortals, and this defense is still going to be very difficult for them. Even though they're getting a pretty good chunk here, chunk onto the enemy mage is the most valuable because
oh no! Wild Turtle snacks a couple, but it's just the tanky members that actually ulti on Huhi. A Stixay! Where did Rainover even go?
To the fountain.
Yeah, for 40 seconds he's down. CLG with the power play, gonna push in mid 5v4.
A lot of them are half HP though.
Oh, Wild Turtle, not a good time as Xmithy gonna flash in for it. Pobelta actually does snipe Afro. Does a 4v4 for a little while here.
If they hang around, Immortals might have a chance to get back in this. Look at Huhi!
A snipe Huhi will get protected by the stand United. Oh! Pobelta melts as Stixay is destroying people. And CLG gonna push in, try and take it. I think Immortals, the inhibitor, it'll be collateral here. And it does finally fall.
A 1400 crit. Absolutely insane. Oh, again!
Woo! Can't cast it anymore. It's happening too quickly.
Huni has TP. They're trying to chase them down. Stall long enough that the TP can come through.
See if the miracle's here. Adrian already caught off to the side. Though Stixay again charges up the cannon.
Oh, he canceled it.
That's not good news for CLG. They're actually a little low here. Immortals might have something here, but Huhi goes in for the stun. Xmithy and his GA will be popped. And that's just going to be wasted cooldowns here. CLG get a little sloppy retreating, and Immortals
a lot of damage, but they're doing it, and they're going to pull CLG off. Can they burn it down in time?
They're racing the minions as well. Nexus turret almost down, but Immortal, the Baron actually does fall down.
Can they get the 3 calls off? They need to get...
Huni's almost Meganar. He's trying to flank right now. He's going to try to go for a game-winning play.
Immortals, this is it. If you want your miracle, it has maybe arrived, but CLG going to chase him back away. Huni doesn't quite connect for the flank. Immortals are chasing him, but Stixay's melting him. Huni, that's the ulti, but I don't think that's quite enough. His GA is going to pop. And CLG, I think they have to back away here. Immortals actually maybe turning it around. Darshan flashes into the backlines, and the damage seems to be there. Huhi, look at this, flashes forward, gets the ulti down, but he doesn't blow anyone up. Xmithy still taking a lot of damage. This is a crazy fight as Adrian going to get himself started. CLG, they just power their way through.
Oh, Pobelta! Almost CLG again by the skin of their teeth. Everybody has flashing health bars.
That's why it's such a risky play. You got the Baron, but you have to also be able to get off those recalls to defend your base. Right now, Darshan is going to finish the game as the rest of the team is going to finish Rainover, but he takes Huhi with him.
That's the only death of this game as Rainover gets a little bit of sweet justice back. But CLG are going to look to try and close it out. Darshan on a one-man mission right now. There's Afro and Xmithy to help him out as CLG stand firm and look to take game number 1. Huni's up in 5 seconds. Best of luck.
They don't have that much damage, though. These are all of their non-carries.
They have a lot of time here.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be Adrian coming up first. Oh, no, who?
Yeah, Huni's here.
Huni's there.
The W is actually enough. Darshan taunts him. I think that's enough. Yeah. CLG going to look for the Nexus. They will take it. As CLG claim game number 1.
And they play it the way Immortals want to play it, but they exclude Huni, they make it a frustrating match for them, and they come out on top. CLG taking game 1.
It's all about the big changes for CLG. They played around mid lane. Huhi took a level 6 kill champion with Ignite, and he got the kill. Solo,
but there's the Echo locked in for top lane?
That was...
Probably.
So when I said, maybe Huni goes something more offensive that can dive, Echo's great at diving in the top lane. Even increasing that CS lead. Here we go down bottom, though.
Adrian, he finds him.
Yeah, in trouble perhaps. Afro gets the knock up in. Xmithy still chasing through. Adrian's going to get exhausted. Needs to flash. Does get out over the wall, but Xmithy gets exhausted as he follows. Pobelta looking for it. Xmithy going to get crushed out. Damage is there, and his first blood to Wild Turtle.
Too greedy from Smithy. He didn't have his flash and goes over and gets caught in the top lane. They're brawling as well.
Typical for the turtle. So that's where Immortals want it, and he'll be ramping up even quicker.
Looks like a blue buff steal's gonna go awry here for Rainover. Eats the ulti out there from Malzahar, and see ya, Sunshine. That's Hui with the kill.
Oh, both jugglers invading a little bit too deep.
The duel into the mid lane as well to try and pressure that central section of the map to open up space for this Infernal. And Darshan is just taking a beating.
Yeah, and this physical damage from Huni. Oh, he gets the stun.
Oh, that's the good news there. Darshan gonna try and get himself out of the way. Huni does pick up the kill. Phase dives onto his face.
Boxes and then ended up on the other side of them.
And then back to the regular game. That first turret did go down, and here goes Pobelter.
United looking good. Pobelter getting in a bit of trouble. Rainover gonna block them with a body slam. Afromu low, but the Stickstay's gonna ram them all to pieces. Ulti's not enough from Rainover to try and save it, and CLG have Darshan swoop in to try and clean this up. Huni running out where he can. He did make it down. Turtle, he's awfully low. Does die in front of Stickstay. Gets himself a triple kill.
CLG do execute the game plan here with the composition, and CLG were able to clean up some extra gold for themselves, plus that Infernal Drake. Now Huni's at it again.
I mean, this is Huni. He's got a Tiamat here as Rainover's going to join in. TP in from the mid lane, but CLG's top laner already in a bit of bother. Huni not going to get out of the way. A nice box there as Darshan has to keep cutting it around.
Ray Seeker up!
Smithy's here as well! Oh! Get him, Huni! Snipe by Smithy as Darshan gonna turn it on its head. Smithy grabs a double knockup, and CLG can do no wrong.
Also, look at that last deep. I see some Tiamat procs there.
Fight if it broke out much sooner. So Pobelter, he was left out of a previous fight.
Was that profound? It actually is someone. He knocks him back in. But the dragon goes over. Pobelter actually steals it, and now he's gonna move his way back in. Afromu gonna get it turned around as Turtle picks one up. Now Hui exhausted, getting chased as Huni just trying to track down Stickstay. Shuts him down as Rainover gonna get ulted in by Hui, but Huni, he is never done. And he'll chase down Hui, gonna get himself towered up. Just Immortals turn the squid.
Immortals off to the races. Pobelter steals the Drake and gets to the back.
It's the nightmare match.
Yeah. Oh, here they go. Re-engage.
Stickstay wants Adrian. Afro going to go in for a tower dive time for CLG. Stickstay takes one out as Rainover going to re-engage for Pobelter, doing damage, but he gets exhausted after the Hemo play. CLG, are they really diving in again? Changing that onto Darshan, but Rainover shuts that down. Huni lands his way in, but Stickstay is still alive. Warlock Bloodlust working overtime as CLG are standing ground again.
Definitely limping away here for Immortals. Can they leech enough off of the Raptor camp? Everyone fighting for the health that you can gain back. Rainover claims the big one, and they're going to try and hold the turret.
Yeah, if Huni backs, though, he will have something available, but no, doesn't go back for a TP play. Instead, sticks around because they don't want to lose this turret, but the defense might be in vain.
Darshan again, Great Spirits, Refugees soaking so much damage. Ulti onto Rainover. Darshan barely creeps away. There's the kill. 80 carries going nuts. Stickstay gets one. The Wild Turtle goes.
It worked. That's the turtle. He gave the turtle. Yeah, he should be alive, so he's fine. But
everybody is waiting for that Vladimir to pop up, so Wild Turtle gets tons of crits.
Oh, we're back to a Baron fight here. It's at 3,000 HP and dropping.
CLG went a little desperate. Huni gonna get ulted up by Malzahar, but I don't think that's where they want to be. CLG needs to line up battle lines, but Huni gonna break them in two. Malzahar already gonna fall, and Turtle gonna look to play clean up again. Parallel convergence is great, and IMT just zoning him out of the fight. Rek'Sai goes down as Turtle picks up one. Immortals still fighting forward as Pobelter soaks up so much. Darshan makes his way back in, and Stickstay is trying to kite with the lifeline for more, but Darshan finally falls down. Afromu's gonna go down as well, and Immortals, another ace on CLG.
And it's a clean ace as well.
Team fight victories, and they are going to the Nexus.
Immortals gonna take this one down. We got a series. Immortals prove that when push comes to shove, this team shoves hard. And that man on your screen, Wild Turtle, feels like sometimes he's overshadowed by the stars on his team. Pobelter's had a great season. Huni always looks good, and Rainover is a monster. But not here in Toronto. Turtle proves, when I go up, I go big.
8-1-5. Go for a Trundle here because it can knock the Jhin out of his ultimate, and you have some peel there, but it is going to be the Karma here. It's just such a high priority for these two supports, but it seems like Afromu's kind of moved away from that.
That's not good news. Adrian, can he run away?
Rainover.
Helps coming. Rainover, double belly bop there. Maybe going to turn things around, but CLG are standing firm again. They'll fight Rainover here as he gets stunned up. Stickstay needs it again, and that's first blood at Smithy.
And Wild Turtle, he was pushed off. He wanted to get there first, but Stixxay cut him.
So that they don't have any early alert system.
Here we go. Adrian going to get hit up by the first few bolts. Turtle does get tagged by the concussive blows, but Darshan's in as well. United's going to move in and Stixxay with another crit. As now Turtle's going to get chased down. Massive snare on the other end, and Hui gets the second.
Honestly, still wins it right now, but look at this, a fight on the side, and this might be the open up you're talking about.
Mid lane Jin, he opens up.
He's looking for it there. Smithy low gets also back by Rainover. Not quite dead yet, but Rainover will collect the kill. Stixxay fires into the wind.
Mid.
Hemoplay going to get forced out. Hui looking nice. But we have a fight in our hands. Huni going to TP in. Hui now going to get Stand United on Darshan. Going to try and cover it as Smithy and Stixxay's ulti are cutting them off. Huni with a caught out position in the front line, but he's relatively tanky. Smithy flashed himself over to the wall, I think, or maybe thrown his way out. But Darshan a little too low. Huni finally claims a victim. Ults himself out to safety, and Immortals going to surge forward. They take out Hui. Rainover makes the play to flank two, and Bobelta straight forward. Immortals get a clean house here.
I tell you, the E not breaking on Sanguine Pool for Vladimir was one of the best things to ever happen to him. Huge.
And it looks like a big part of that was, hold on.
Going up again, Smithy trying to defend the red buff, maybe ill-advised.
Hey, he does have smite as well.
Huni wants it.
Oh, the opponent gets what he wants!
Clear the wave out, I think. Huni very threatening in the tower. He's going to fall. He just goes for it. Huni phase dives onto it. Smithy is right over. Just a little short, gets the ulti down, but he won't quite connect for the rest of it. CLG can maybe turn it around. Right over. Big mistake. Gets himself stunned under the turret.
Hui did.
Oops. You're just waiting for that one breakpoint because this matters for momentum in the series and putting them on match
point.
point.
Pobelta!
Here's that side lane we talked about for the advantage. Hui, though, gets collapsed on.
Not Hui, the Sonya's baits there. Rainover going to turn around and Huni collapses. Immortals this time. Beat them to the 5-man.
You could tell he knew that it was time to pull off, and he's
going. I think they did keep the health down.
Yeah, Vladimir can tank Baron pretty easily and heal back up.
Yeah, they want to stall for Hui because he has TP. If they're able to keep this up.
10 seconds away, it's not enough.
He's in the pit.
They have to do it. Stixxay critting everybody away, and this Baron is so low. They're just going to stand here and fight.
Smithy's so low.
Doing a lot of damage. Who's going to get it? It is Gragas. Rainover takes the Baron, and Immortals weather the storm and are able to keep moving in. Darshan here is on. Here comes Hui. He must save the day here. And he goes in. Looks for Adrian. Doesn't find him. Pobelta still taking there on the front line as Darshan dives into the back. Hui does pop the Zhonya's in. And he's trying so desperately. Does get Turtle, but he needs to survive. Dies there to Rainover after Riv walks away. Darshan is going to lose the GA. And Stixxay has barely limped away. I spoke too soon.
Can he do this?
They're going to chase him. Actually, Stixxay.
He's got a crit. He's got a crit.
Darshan actually still pretty big. Pobelta needs to die. But Darshan gets him in 6. They just can't make his way back in.
Ooh, we're going to need to see that fight.
Ulti from Afram is pretty good there on the Brawl, but that is going to take the turret down. Huni getting a little too low, does ulti out to safety. Pobelta taking in the front lines on the turret. Does fall to Immortals. Stixxay lining it up, but he needs to shoot someone down. Rainover running interference in the front line, but Hui does take him down. Now Stixxay, you're trying to turn it around. Xfinity, absolutely massive knock-up. Turtle's going to go down, and CLG flip it again. Huni does not.
He's just buying time. The Dragon's going to go down.
Immortals are actually still doing it here. Stixxay opens up with the ultimate. Immortals need to move back in. Hui's in the back line. He actually chunks one out. Rainover getting low. Reads the crit there as Smithy takes him down. CLG trying to keep fighting in. Hui's going ballistic as he pops the Zhonyas. Pobelta, the only one left. He takes out the caster.
Stixxay!
Stixxay gets out of Pobelta. Gonna flip it all around. Huni now diving in onto Darshan as he's gonna get chased out of Pobelta. There's the triple kill. Darshan now gonna get locked up, and Immortals win a very scrappy fight.
These are so intense with multiple rounds. Darshan's going to teleport out.
They're already cutting him off, though. He's not going to make it out of this, even if he accepts it.
Still doing a little too much work. Turtle now laying in the damage as Smithy disrupts two there with a knockup, but he doesn't have anything. He shreds as Immortals are able to take him down. Pobelta gets himself another. Darshan chasing in the GA's pop, and Immortals, I think that's enough.
Well, 3 seconds on Hui, though. He's about to be back up.
They're trying to buy time for those reanimations as Hui's back up.
This game's getting silly as Hui's now back up. Pobelta.
Immortals get some extra kills off of it. They also return back and finally do claim that Elder Dragon.
It's a 3-stack as well for themselves. Those 3.
I think this is contestable.
Smithy's on the other side, though. Smithy has a place where he's out of vision.
He's trying to go for it! How could I? Oh my God! Smithy steals it from Immortals.
And they got pulled under!
CLG, they managed to get it! Darshan looks up to in the back line. Huni melts there as Immortals.
What? Are you kidding me? CLG are going to take the team fight, and now they have Baron, but they
They have super minions down here. It's going to be a little bit harder to push than they want, but Darshan is so tanky. If CLG put their minds to it, maybe they can still accomplish it.
They're looking to at least claim Reignover's life here as they close in on him. 6A doesn't hit the snare, though.
Reignover's just buying time. Hooney's back in base safe as well. Reignover, I think, is going to die here still, but he's bought plenty of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking around trying to find a flank. They may have caught Hooney, but Hooney maybe have caught them. Touchdown. Moving back in. 6 seconds of open fire. Pobelta, he's the man they need to kill. Hooney moving back in, but Pobelta pops us on his Immortals. Still chasing in. Is Hooney going to go down? Maybe Hooney chases him down. Immortals. Maybe have done it. Smithy going to get blown up here in the front lines, and CLG must retreat.
Yep, he is down. They have to get out of there. Smithy also going to follow him shortly after the GA, and Hooney's still chasing him off.
As much time as he needs to here. He's still running interference, but Immortal's going to go for it here.
Apple's trying to block the turret from Wild Turtle.
Say no, that's not where you want to be. Reignover knocks him back here, but there's no one there to collect him. He has to go to aim. Adrian going to go down, but Immortals going to look to end it. Wild Turtle finding his way around, and Immortals they get it in 3.
That size says it all. Immortals claim victory, but whoa, it was intense. Very close there.
Bold call as well. Muscle it down. They won the previous fight, and that's what it came down to. 50-minute game.
Neither team has backed down from any calls all series long. That backline safe though, with the Stadium Knights that have been coming in for them.
How long have you been waiting for that Velcro spiel?
Literally like 3 months.
First it was your Alawi spiel, now it's your Velcro, something about...
Back to get his recall off there. Sean looking to try and interrupt him, but here we go on the bottom side. What a pillar.
Oh, well, Turtle doesn't quite get the spell shield down. There's a knock-up from Smithy. First blood looking to go over to Stixay. Bloodthorn is not enough. Stixay flashes in, and he claims it.
Yeah, now he's on Cassiopeia. You should.
Well, here's 3. Who's gonna get the knock-up? That's an easy alley-oop.
I'm sorry, Phil.
Pastor curse.
Smithy is now after him. Gonna get
got Stixay.
Hobart's actually doing a nice job. Stixay heals, and he might just be enough to live. Doesn't quite get the snipe, but Adrian does take down Afro and Reignover. Oh, the trap!
Deathfire touch, and the trap spawns to Marcus Grave.
But Hooney almost has ultimate here. This might be a mistake from CLG.
Hooney, I think he's going to face check a Megan. Smithy going to try and save him with the knock. Lands on the 3 wall fallers as well. Hooney! Big play, but he does go down. Now Darshan looking to try and chase it down. Toto going to get himself tagged, and Pobelta's in a whole host of trouble. Flat, not going to make it. Ultimate opens up. Stixay gets the snipe. Looking for
Rek'Sai.
Well, Drake is up, so we'll see if CLG want to take it. Darshan can join when he needs to, but Afro gets caught. Now Reignover actually the one caught in the trap. Propeller's down, he comes straight back towards Smithy, and that's a flash burn for the Elisa. Stixay landed up again. Adrian not that tanky, is the support Trundle. Snipe is there! Oh! Stixay gets another snipe.
Flash in the straight line, he was trying to... That's actually, that's a... There we go. But now Jin's coming down, and they don't see him coming.
Exactly, they don't see Jin coming.
Oh, Dustblade proc, see ya, Hooney!
Yeah, he had used his hop to get more attack speed on the turret. It has a little bit...
He needs to build the rage. Ultimate out there from not quite yet as Smithy dives in. Afro trying to protect Hui, but he does get sniped. Damage is still there in the backside, and Stixay open fires. Wild Turtle wants the target. That's the target he wants to try and snipe. Waiting patiently for the balls, but Hooney ready with the bag it up. Misses the crunch over the walls. Reignover does slay Darshan. Stixay gets out of the ulti and tries to turn it all around, but Turtle still putting the team on his back. Looking good as CLG just dropped that one.
Yeah, Stixay's been twirling that gun for a while. He's been trying to get that crit off, and they just keep avoiding it. And now Hooney gonna get the slow, the frozen mallet.
Has to go. Oh my God! Destroys Reignover as Smithy getting chased.
You have to respect the crit
Hooney's
from
in.
Jin.
He's in deep. He gets the double. And I'm all not good. Hooney okay though. Dustblade trigger, not enough to kill him.
Can CLG work with this momentum, though, because that's a huge amount of health.
Whoa! Wow, Turtle!
That's a solo kill, too.
Turtle walked in the line of fire there. And now,
this is the power play. They have to go, and now they're going to snare one up. They look for Pobelta, but don't find him. Nice ult to disengage with the slow. Doesn't quite tag him. Smithy flush and borrows under Pobelta. His Darshan's in there as well. Does get the kill on CLG with 2 key kills.
And now they're going to turn on to
that. Smithy is staying on the Baron. Afro commits the ultimate, but it whiffs. Missing everyone there, and CLG, this is so dangerous.
They're getting softened up.
They have to hard commit to this.
Ulti out again from Vel'Koz, but it's not quite enough damage. Hooney very tanky as Stixay opens fire with the curtain call again. Getting damage on Hooney, but he's trying to take him out. Big crit, but they actually have to pull off the objective now. Immortals successful in stopping CLG. Oh, Stixay! Takes out Hooney, and now Reignover going to get caught. CLG turn it back around again. Rappel's going to save him. Here comes Wild Turtle.
gets softened up right here though, turns mini, and then we get a look at it. That's his reaction to Stixay's flash in.
Oh, Belta's dead. That is tragedy for Immortals.
Doesn't even look like Seraph's Embrace or anything was able to be used there.
They're going to trade this one for Elder Dragon. Immortals are all going towards the opposite objective. Can CLG stop them and claim the Baron?
Afro and Hui are already down there. Smithy does have the ulti. He uses it now. Has to get in. Elder Dragon low. Can he steal it? No, Elise is going to claim it. Immortals stop some of the bleeding.
Things that, here they go, actually.
Yeah,
a big corridor.
Yeah, well, Dota's going to run down. Who actually going to get protected by the Stange United. Ulti hits over Smithy. Vector down. Rainover is dead. CLG 5v4 again as Darshan leaps in with the Randuins plus the taunt. Huni has ulti. Huni, they have to keep him out of the way, or they can CC him to death. He flashes out from under the Vel'Koz knock-up. CLG still on the power play.
Yeah, Immortals forced that one a little bit running.
They know that they're split.
Oh, Huni actually got tagged by Afro, but the rest of CLG are in trouble. Afro turns it around. Vel'Koz ulti going to shred down Rainover, but it's not quite enough. Stixay does kill Rainover in the end, and Afro's tanking so much.
Huni in the back.
Poibelta goes down. Huni trying to do what he can. He gets the double wallop, but now going to get himself stunned. Smithy kites his way away. Does have the GA and CLG. I think they're doing it. Huni dead. Good knock up there after the GA. CLG claim a couple.
Can they chase down more? It looks like Turtle's going the deep end here into CLG territory through the turrets, and he's trying to kite him out.
Flash on from Darshan. CLG going to make this efficient as they look to take down Turtle. Turtle is just buying time. His team on his back.
He's heel.
Trying to kite away. Flashes over to the enemy base. Spell shields an auto from the Rek'Sai and stands his ground. Darshan claims him, but what a hero.
And they have Darshan pushing bottom. He's on the Nexus turrets right now.
He's still going for it. We got a race on our hands. CLG gonna check Immortals here. Darshan doing what he can. Immortals desperate barrier. Turtle gets blown up by Hui, and now Xmithy gonna charge in to try and take it out. CLG are gonna claim the Baron with a Stixay crit. Claim the teammate. They get it all.
Game 5, here we come. Silver Scrapes, start playing.
Yeah, cue the music, boys and girls. Huni gonna try and save the day. He's actually doing decent damage here, but he doesn't quite have it all. Huni still alone now, gets tagged in as Darshan chases him in. Minina will be destroyed here. And CLG gonna push to try and close it out as Adrian is the only one left alive.
The damage dealers are dead. CLG are looking to take us to game 5.
Let's go, because CLG gonna try and move out the Nexus. Darshan and the rest of his crew will stand united indeed, blow up the Nexus, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It is game 5 time. I told you!
You right, Paisley, you right.
I just had a feeling.
Man, everybody is very happy that you're right. Game number 5, and if this series is any...
Are visibly exhausted on stage. You can see it. It's been a long series. They have been thinking about every single move they have to make, and with a 45 average
Right in for it, but Rainover's going to be a little late.
They've got it on Adrian already. He gets done.
Adrian stunned. CLG can look to start the series off well. Turtle back in, trying to take him out. Wild Turtle! Oh my God! Blood! Outplay CLG. Will go down, but Huni joins his way in.
Wild Turtle on home turf gets first blood in game 5.
Billy's dead as well. So many people have fallen down here. Hui's managed to join his way in.
Still wards in that bush.
Huni at it again, though.
Or this again.
We got the flash.
He's going to go back in for it. Huni, he wants it all. Needs another tag. Get it in. Range.
The slimmest of margins. Here comes Rek'Sai. He's got to teleport out because he sees Rek'Sai.
Oh, no, he got taunted up, and Xmithy's here. There's the kill on to get out of the way. And that turret is going to go down here, I think. Needs a little bit more. Darshan overstaying his welcome, I think. Huni going to follow in. Doesn't want the tower, but Xmithy's here to try and save it around. Huni, though, takes out Darshan. CLG trying to add to Apro's here as well, of course.
Yeah, a little bit greedy there from Darshan, but his team doesn't want to let him die in vain.
Here comes Stixay.
Stixay needs something here, but Huni just going to try and fight his way out of it. Probably not going to be able to do it as Stixay does claim a life, but Poibelta gets exhausted. Afro puts on a door, there's the turnaround. Ulti, Adrian can't do it there. Does make Poibelta invincible for longer, and there's a flash forward. Another kill from Poibelta as Immortals playing straight up in CLG's face, and they're not done. Poibelta He's now going to get turned
Oh,
back
the stun!
on. It's a stun from Adrian. Finds two. Evo flanking to turn around. Podolta goes off his head to take started on Hui. He will fall, so Darshan does not join. And Smithy now going to get forced to Immortals dive. They do not
Still stand another day. Look
yeah,
at how
you
low.
go get it.
Turtle
Yeah,
goes
you
in
go get
for it.
that.
Darshan actually going to get stunned up here. Immortals might get another little prize after the turret. Stixay is here to try and defend, but Darshan dies to rain over. Here comes Smithy. Great hold there from the Gragas. And now the knock-up on the turtle. Smithy needs it, but Adrian again comes up huge, and Hooney's diving back on a Stixay. Stixay's going to go down. The Zapro cannot save him. Chunk there.
Hooney's looking for him.
Oh, Hooney wants to dive in for it. The heal gets used. The ulti's out. Gets up from under Afromu's Glacial Fissure. And they have the turret hold as well. This is dangerous. Hui goes in. There's the ult out from Adrian, though. Hooney going to get protected. Silly vulnerable as wild. Turtle going crazy. Gets a kill. As the Mother, he's going to go down now. Afromu getting chased into the Immortals. Dive straight under the turret. Stand United protects Stixay, but not for too much longer.
Turtle's going to go for it.
Wants it again. He's going wild as the Immortals dive under the turret. Take out Darshan.
Dive after dive with Echo and Vladimir, each taking turns, trading off this tower. They're trying to cross every T and dot every I to make sure that they don't mess it up. Oh, Turtle goes
Kill, gets it! Weaves in perfectly. And poor Stixay just had nothing to do there. Comes back around.
Hooney's flanking. He teleported in around behind.
Oh, Hui's going to get popped. Turtle gets himself another kill. IMT going to try and turn it on as Afromu. Now the next one to be caught. Darshan stunned up as well by the Echo W, and he might fall. Pobelta going to chase it down as Turtle gets a double kill. Pobelta with a third, and Immortals, they're getting awfully close.
Oh, man, it is very close. They can almost touch it. And Smithy.
Found again, Pobelta. Just doing so much damage. He needs to get into the pit, but he's not going to make it in time. Pobelta forces him away, and Immortals will claim the Baron.
And that's his tunnel as well. There's no way he gets back in that pit with the zoning there from Pobelter. And Immortals with the Baron.
Had over them as either 3-0 or 3-1. But CLG have improved over this season, and their fighting's here.
Yeah, Smithy going to get knocked back by Rainover. He's dead in an instant as well. Turtle now godlike. They're diving in. Hooney, once it goes into the backline, parallel conversion, starts up everyone. Immortals! They are doing it. Afro goes down as Turtle gets himself a double. Looking for another. That's the triple. He can only grab the quadra, but Darshan's the only one left alive.
And Immortals are looking to punch their ticket to the North American Regional Qualifiers. They are one best-of-5 away from Worlds.
This game is over. They bruise, they bleed, but they never, ever die. Immortals conquer the North versus Counter Logic Gaming.
And the crowd on their feet. A spectacular display of League of Legends today.
Salute the hero, Wild Turtle. Played an incredible series.
Got to show off in the last game there on the Ezreal. 10-1-5, the final score for him. Adrian supporting him on that Taric. Huge pick to come out for the squad. Completely changing the face of their team fights. Completely turning it around.
And only missed out on one kill in the entire game. 1-1-18. Adrian, this entire series, went a little bit overlooked, but he was very key in all of these fights, and especially in this game. The Dazzles were